Christy, thank you so much. Jails and prisons are scrambling to keep up with a surge of contraband. It's one of the issues that led to the recent prison strike. As the state looks for ways to prevent drugs from getting into prisons, it's looking at a policy that the Monroe County Jail has when it comes to their inmate mail. News 10 NBC investigative reporter Jennifer Lukey explains.
Most of the time, drugs come into a facility inside someone's body, but there has been a growing trend of drugs being sent through the mail, a trend they have found a way to shut down here at the Monroe County Jail.
They come up with more creative ideas to get drugs within the facility, and we have to come up with ways to stop them.
A few years ago, 6 inmates here at the Monroe County Jail had to be hospitalized for ingesting an unknown substance.
They were all acting irrational on the ground, so we had to send 6 individuals all at once, and we came to find out they had smoked some sort of a substance that was saturated on paper.
And since then, there has been a change in the mail policy.
Every piece of mail that comes in the facility, we make a photocopy of. Once we make the photocopy, we deliver the photocopy to the incarcerated individual, and then the original goes in their property, which they can get along with the envelope once they leave the facility.
One employee handles all of the incoming mail.
They're wearing a mask and gloves too, just to make sure they're not going to come in contact with any of foreign substance that could harm them.
And that person has come across a number of envelopes and letters sent to the jail over the last few months alone that have clearly been soaked in chemicals and dried out. While most of the contraband recovered from inside the bodies of inmates is drugs in pill, powder, or loose form, some of what people are trying to smuggle in is saturated paper, too.
I've found it in walls, in food, in a toilet, wrapped on a string where they can pull the string up where it's in a crack in the wall and they can pull it up. So they have all day, every day to come up with the most unique hiding spots you can imagine.
While state corrections officers were on strike, they said one of their main concerns was safety. Too many drugs were inside the prisons and COs were getting sick from being exposed to toxic mail. So now DOCS is looking for ways to curb that, and it's looking at how mail is handled here.
With the mail, it's cut down a huge amount because it's cutting it right off at the source now.
DOCS says it is looking at any available new option when it comes to handling the mail, especially considering that just a few days after the prison strike ended, more than 24 prison guards, inmates, and nurses were hospitalized for exposure to unknown substances sent through the mail. Jennifer Lukey, News 10 NBC.
Serious issue there. Thank you so much.